Perhaps you're thinking of leaving your full-time job. You're sick and tired of the drudgery of the 9 to 5. You don't want to be held accountable by a boss saying you must be at your desk by 9 o'clock, and you want the freedom to work wherever in the world you want. It is as exciting as it sounds, and in this video I'm going to share with you 4 tips to help you accelerate to get you to living a life you love, running a business on your own terms. I'm Lucy Wheeler, I'm the legal expert for online business owners, and I cannot wait to share this video with you because it's something that's so important. It's action-packed and whistle-stopped, so you might want to grab a pen and paper. So I've got 4 tips for you. The first tip you need to do, and the first thing I want you to focus on, is staying blinkered. So if you've got an idea for a business, when you start out, you're going to have loads of different ideas. You're going to have ways to add on elements. You're going to think of fantastic add-ons. Like I often, for example, keep thinking of adding on business strategy, kind of like what I'm teaching here to my offerings, but I am known as the legal expert, and it is in that space that I have become really well known, and people make referrals because I am the person that's leading in this space and there's not a lot of competition. So getting really focused on where you can help, where can you shine, what can you do, and not getting distracted. And yes, you might want to launch a membership, and yes, you might be able to add on a VIP bonus, but keep really structured and really in your lane on what you're delivering. Make sure what you're doing is incredible. Don't try to run before you can walk. So you don't need 10, 20 products. You just need to get one element of the business up and running and to stay really focused and driven on doing that and not trying to do too many different things. And that leads me on to point 2, which is to get your MVP as quickly as possible. And that's your minimum viable product. So, as I just mentioned, there may be a lot of elements that you can add on. You might be a real expert in doing lots of different things. You might have a wealth of experience, but sometimes people want to come to you for a certain thing. And it might be really interesting for you to know that actually the things that we were doing at the start of Lucy Legal were just templates, but now we help people with courses because that's what they wanted. But we didn't start out delivering courses because that's quite a hard thing to set up. You've got to get the tech that takes time to do. You've got to record all the videos to support people. And now we do have our course, which takes you step by step in videos, guiding you and supporting you with the legal elements of running a business. But we started off with just a template, and so it was just terms and conditions, and then we added on privacy policies, and we added on detailed contracts and then bespoke contracts. But you don't need all of that to start. If you're wanting to leave your 9 to 5, you need to be testing something to see if it works, and you want to get really focused on one thing. Test that. Does it work? Is there a market for that? If there's a market, great. Can you grow it? Can you scale it? Is it viable? What is the minimum viable product, the MVP? And yes, you might be desperate to add on bells and whistles, and you will do that in time. But if you're juggling a business alongside a full-time commitment, and make sure that you have permission to do this, it will be in your employment contract as to whether you're allowed to have diversify your interests. Can you do something else in your spare time? Some businesses don't allow that, so make sure that your contract does allow you to do that, and get excited about it. Start exploring what can you do, but only try and take one idea to market at a time, because otherwise anything else is watered down. The third thing that you need to do is go to market hard. Now, when I was working full-time, I had a couple of different businesses. One was, they started with the legal templates, but I also had a fitness business, and I'd been doing that and tinkering around the edges really with that. And it wasn't until I'd left my full-time job and I'd gotten almost a month in and realised that I really needed to step things up and work out how to market things. So I didn't get the revenue that I wanted in that first month with just the templates alone because I wasn't properly selling them. And so I set about to make a plan for the rest of the year. It was September, so I was like, what's my 90-day plan for the rest of that year? And I've got a training on this. I'll pop it in the comments below in the description box about how to plan 90 days for success. And I got really, really clear on how I was going to do that, and I implemented all of that in a month. Now, I wouldn't recommend that you necessarily do everything in a month, but that just shows you how you can be and generate revenue in your business. And I then hit those income goals as well. So we had a huge month, one of our biggest months ever in that October, just showing that it can be done. So I think that's really, really important when you're in business to say, yes, I've got to have this good business idea, but I've really got to market it. Are you marketing? I'd love to know. Please let me know in the comments if you're watching this video. Please let me know if you sell every day. Do you go online and do you put your offer out every day? Do you remind people and share people? And I don't mean share a video like in YouTube like this and have links where people can find your offers, but do you actually sell every day? Because you've got to be telling people how they can reach you, and you've got to be sharing your products and your services, so that, and you've got to go hard on it to see if you can leave your 9 to 5, because I'm not sure about you, but I had a mortgage to pay, I had commitments, I had financial things that I didn't have somebody to support me. It was all on me to make it work. So that's what a lot of people say. A lot of people are dependent, they've got dependents, they've got to bring in that revenue. So you want to test things first. And going hard in the market to see if it's actually going to work, if you can generate revenue, is something that's really important. And the final tip that I've got, which is one of the biggest tips, and I'm going to explore it more in the next video, is network. Networking makes your job so much easier because other people are chatting and talking about your business as well. So if you can network and network well, not in an icky way, but in a way where people are talking about you, taking us back to that first point where you are the go-to expert, it really does make a difference. I have been able to leave my full-time job as a lawyer in London, big London salary, the pension, the holiday, the maternity pay. Absolutely terrifying to leave that behind. But in doing these things, that's what we've been able to achieve. And my husband has also just left his full-time job. And it's that networking element that has meant that even though he's just left, I've been able to say, here's some work, here's some work. There's a referral thing. So people are coming to me to say, can you do something? But I can say, actually, no, he has this specialism. So it's about having that network of people who can refer on. It's so powerful. I really hope that you've enjoyed this video. I hope you find it helpful. Please do subscribe and please share it too to anybody else that you think might be interested in finding out more about legally protecting their business. Take care and speak soon.